in Detroit, Michigan, around 1930. His name, he was called Father Divine. Father Divine.
Right.
And he was very black in color. Yes. And he was tall, a big man, very big man. And he told his followers, if you want to see Jesus, look at me, you know. So Mr. Farad knew about this man, knew that this man was saying that Jesus is a black man and I'm Jesus, you know. He was saying I'm Jesus, which is saying I'm God, you know.
Right.
Yes. Another movement is very important to know about. The third one is Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington had also formed his organization, and he was a teacher, educator. He built schools. He used his students, taught them skills, and he used them to build several buildings, 3 or 4 big-sized buildings, and there he housed his school. What Mr. Farad took from him was military drill. Most of the high schools had military drill, public schools. They had, you could join the ROTC,
right,
and receive military training, drill. And it was part of disciplining the students. And Booker T. Washington used that very strongly. So Mr. Farad, he created the FOI, gave them military drill. He said God was a black man. He said you should get into industry. You should take courses like engineering and then go into business and get into industry. Booker T. Washington was insisting upon the same for his students in Tuskegee, Alabama. Yes. So what I want to say is this mysterious man, he didn't get all this from the clouds or from the sky somewhere, you know.
Right.
He saw what was important to African-American militants. He didn't want any African-American, and he said that. He said, I don't want Du Bois followers,
right.
W.E.B. Du Bois. I don't want Du Bois followers, the talented 10th, who are all about trying to integrate into the system of America. He wanted to separate. He wanted those who didn't believe they could ever be integrated, those who had no faith in their future as citizens of America. Those are the ones he attracted. So who did he attract? He attracted black Masons. He attracted Eastern Star, another secret organization for women. So many of his first followers were from the Eastern Star, women from the East African American, black women from Eastern Star, and from black Masons, and others who were very discontent. They just didn't believe that they had any future in America.
Right. And in the Nation of Islam,
and that was justified by what was going on at that time. 2 laws, one for blacks and one for whites in the South. Segregation, discrimination, both in the South and in the North. Yes.
But let me ask you, I mean, when the Muslims came together and organized and were law-abiding citizens, did they gain more respect from the abuses maybe that and discrimination that Afro-Americans were under at that time?
Yes, until you said you were a Muslim.
Until you said you were Muslim.
But up until that point, yes, we were admired and appreciated for our neatness, for our disciplines, and for our loyalty to our laws of the Nation of Islam. We were told that white man is the devil, but if you work for him, if you're dishonest, then we'll put you out. You can't be dishonest. You can't lie even to the devil. You can't cheat the devil. Give him an honest day's work, etc.
Right. And I think some of the early philosophy of the Nation of Islam is that black Americans should do for self. And what were some of the early economic plans to get the people in the Nation of Islam involved in trying to generate some income on their own? And recirculate it in their own communities.
I must acknowledge that even that wasn't original for us, because Booker T. Washington also said, do for self, lift yourself. He said, pick up your buckets where you are. And if you have a skill, he said, if you can do the white mistress lady's hair, he said, then why don't you open a business and do hair for yourself, make money for yourself. So actually Booker T. Washington had that a little head of the Nation of Islam, but the Nation of Islam was more effective than all of those organizations Drew Ali that I mentioned, more effective than the Drew Ali and his followers, more effective than Booker T. Washington and his schools, the vocational schools to educate and train blacks to have a living, and more effective than Father Divine saying he's a black man and he look at me, you see Jesus Christ, and you know, the Nation of Islam was much more powerful. The mysterious man he had the ability, the mental ability to pull all those things together and make them work more powerfully to attract blacks and to get blacks motivated to do things for self.
I mean, as you grew up, you know, in your household and the Nation of Islam was in full swing, what was your life like, and at what point did you start to really study Islam from other sources and study Arabic and start to realize, I mean, open some new vistas for yourself about understanding Islam?
Yes. Well, up until I was a young man thinking about getting married, about 24, 25 years old, really the thing that was really working in me to make me a kind of a different guy in the Nation of Islam, I wasn't aware of it. But when I look back, I know those things were influencing me subconsciously, but not dawning on my... when I was born, that my father gave me the name Wallace D. Muhammad. And they told me that when my mother said, when I was carrying you, she said,